Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece Manga chapter 828. So we start things off with Puddin and just Luffy and just everybody around that side of things. So I was wrong. I thought it might be quite possible that Puddin was the leak in the information with the whole reason why Big Mom knows that Luffy is on this, well, in her territory, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And Puddin, for the most part, didn't actually react how I thought she was going to react. I thought she would have been like on job, like just a raw pirate, and that's knowing that Luffy is on Big Mom's doorstep, so she'll be just on job and ready to deal with the situation. She didn't act like that, or she was just acting like, oh my gosh, I do recognize you, and oh my, she was basically acting like the same, like even more friendly. Now that she knew that this was the straw hats that she was dealing with, she was like, yeah, it was just weird that it was, she just totally didn't act how I expected her to react. And it was during this time where we find out that Big Mom is a hoe. She's a big, dirty, no, she's nasty, man. And I can't believe I didn't clock this before, but the fact that how we initially thought she's got 35 kids, so 35 daughters, I can't believe I didn't like even contemplate the whole thought of 35 kids in the space of what time. It's like it made me, now that I'm starting to think, yeah, when exactly did you push out your first kid? Because for the fact that you've got 35 daughters, and not just only the 35 daughters, she's got sons as well, and I can't remember the number exactly, and I can't remember the like combined total value, but it made up that she had 80 something children in total, and that's nasty. Not even the same daddy. All these kids are spread out across multiple husbands. So as far as I'm concerned, and I'm sure people will agree with me, Big Mom, and I'll tell this her to her face. I don't care if she's a young girl. I don't care if she's strong. I don't care. I'll tell her to her face. She is a hoe. A dirty, nasty slut. Okay, maybe not a prostitute, because maybe she didn't sell her body, but she's nasty. And that's just... But it's during this time with Puddin and Luffy and company that we find out that the majority of Big Mom's crew is her family. And some of her kids have kids as well. So this is making me really wonder how old Big Mom is. Cause like, I need a figure, because like it's just really weird. And it's like Big Mom's not even attractive. So who would hit that? Would you? Would you hit that? And she's the thing is, it's not just one guy as well. It's multiple husbands. So she got married multiple times. So there was like legit men out there who wanted to hit it. So well, I gotta give my props to Big Mom for that one, at least. So yeah, it's also during this time that we just find out some stuff that really that Big Mom is just on marrying all her daughters. Are at one point or some point supposed to have arranged marriages, and we just find out. So like Pauline was saying that how she just like never dreamed of just marrying someone that she wanted to because of her mom. She's scared of her mom, and she doesn't seem like Pauline doesn't seem like a real pirate. She just seems like a normal family member. She just seems like a person who has a pirate as a parent. That's what I was kind of vibe I was getting from her. But we find out that Puddin has actually met Sanji. They met once, and like she really liked him, but she could be just in love with the thought of being in love. That's the kind of vibes that was throwing off. But it was a shocker when we find out that Sanji actually said, like on basically said, under different circumstances, I actually would have married you, but I can't do that. I want to get back to my friends. And this shocked the crew. They were like, whoa. They were like, whoa, Sanji, did Sanji really say that? I'm like, yo, Sanji. And then basically, as that part goes on, someone knocks on Puddin's door. It's like, Puddin, do you know what? It's time to go. So Luffy and company had to bail out. So they bail out. They take like some back route. and they get the supplies that they were going for, and they basically ended up back on the Sunny. So now, once they're back on the Sunny, we find out that Peckham's is gone, and there was a note left saying "turn back," telling them to turn back. You know what? Telling them to retreat. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it, basically. And I should have mentioned before that all of that Pudding gave them like directions to get to Whole Cake Island, like the best route that they should take, the route that will cause them less trouble. She does this because she's really touched by the friendship of the Straw Hats, and she decides within herself that she could not marry a guy like under these conditions. So she was just really willing to help because of that, and just able to face Big Mom's wrath. And because of that, I'm starting to really like Pudding at night. I think she's really sweet. I know I'm starting to sound a bit mushy, but I think she's really sweet because of this. And I don't really see how, because I don't. I'd say join the crew, but like I just hope that they find a way to keep her more involved in the story right after this arc. But if we can't do that, just keep her just really involved in this arc, because I am really starting to like Pudding as a character. But yeah, back on the Sunny now, we find a note that says turn back. So they basically now know that Big Mom knows that they're on site. So, and this is when Luffy says, "Yo, do you know what, guys? Things is actually getting interesting now." And do you know what, Luffy? I have to agree. Things are getting really interesting now. Like, cause where are we going? Where are we going? How do things develop from here? It's just really interesting. And from after that, I think I mentioned everything about Pudding, but after that, we leave Pudding and we go on to the what those chapters actually entitled after number 1 and number 2. So we join Sanji's two older brothers, Ichiji and Niji. They wasn't named, but come on, that's what their names were. This chapter actually deads the theories that Bellamy and Killer are Ichiji and Niji. They may still possibly be Sanji's bros, but it's not Ichiji and Niji, so that therefore this chapter ended the theory. And we joined them and they're on the island in a new world somewhere, and they're finishing off the Two World War, and they've been paid. Basically, they were paid by somebody, we don't know who, to fight for their side in a war that lasted 2 years, and they wrap it up. As the chapter goes on, they're wrapping up the war and they're leaving. They're taking the money and they're making their way on to Sanji's wedding. They got 3 days to get there, and I think they said that they were 2 days away or something like that. But during this time, I can't remember now if it was Ichiji or Niji, but they just did some bossy ability where man was just standing there and he's like, "What?" And then next thing you know, like there was like somebody like it's like a teleportation thing where a person on the opposite side was ended up taking the bullets for him, that kind of thing. So what that was, I have no idea as of this moment in time. But as we're leaving on the way to the wedding now, we see, I can't remember which brother it was, but he was like, "I can't wait to see Sanji," and then the other one says, "You're lying." So it is possible that Sanji has one brother that like he's just not on good terms with. So if that is the case, it would be nice to see how they interact when the wedding comes closer to time. To sum up my thoughts of the chapter, I'm going to use a quote directly from the chapter and something Luffy said. Things are about to get interesting. I'm going to give this chapter a 3-star rating and call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.